What's up, guys? It is December. I don't even know, but it's Vlogmas Day 6. Today's Sunday. It's my rest day. So it's like 11:30 right now. And, I had no idea what I was going to do for this video. But watching some of everyone's recent Vlogmas videos, I feel like today we're going to talk about being yourself. So I feel like everyone has been putting up these really feelsy videos, and I'm sorry that I'm going to hit you with one, but I'm feeling a little sorry, I'm not. It's like this cold weather and the allergies and yeah. But I'm feeling a little feelsy myself today, so yes. Don't mind my wet hair. I just got a shower, so at least you guys know I practice hygiene, I'm clean, hi. Anyway, if I touch on some points that other people have touched on, please forgive me, it's probably because they're relevant, and yeah. So, anyway, I don't even know where to begin. Anyway, so yeah, I feel like as a society, we're just full of people that are walking on eggshells. I feel like no one is themselves, and we're always constantly trying to please everyone else. And I know that stems back from it's a time that everyone goes through in middle school and high school and even elementary school for some people. We want to fit in so badly that we're afraid to just be ourselves and let our personality shine through because, we're afraid that people won't like it, or they won't like us because of it, or this or that and some other reason. I know specifically for me, I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot. I know that's probably really annoying. But for me, especially in, I don't know if it was, no, not so much in elementary school, but middle school, for sure. I wanted to fit in so badly. I was, one of the, I guess you could say, outsiders. And, I had my little small group of friends, and it was great. But I wanted to fit in with everyone else so badly that I stopped being myself. And I just suppressed my own personality, I guess you could say. Yeah, we'll go with that. I suppressed my own personality on a daily basis, and it got to the point where by the time I hit 7th, 8th grade, I didn't know who I was anymore. And combined with all the things I was going through with my weight and my disordered relationship with food and just everything that was going on in that time period, that I became this whole nother person. And I didn't know who I was anymore. And I didn't realize it at the time, but once I got to high school, and once I graduated high school, I had no idea who I was. Yeah, I had no idea who I was, and that's really sad. I've always admired my sister, my younger sister, and my cousin, one of my cousins, because from the time they were little, they've never been afraid to be themselves. Ever. My sister's 16 now, and she's always been herself. She's never, tried to please anyone else. And I think that's a real admirable quality. To be so sure of yourself that you don't care what other people think, that's probably one of the best qualities that you can have. And it's going to benefit you in the long run, especially as an adult. And you won't go through that awkward period where you have no idea who you are and you have to find yourself. And I mean, fitness did that for me. When I first started my fitness Instagram 2 or 3 years ago, before I stopped using it and then started using it again last year, I still used my well, I guess I don't even use it, but my personal account like on a regular basis, because I didn't want people to find my fitness Instagram. I didn't want them to know like this was what I like to do. This is, you know, this is my thing. This isn't just a hobby. This is what I do. I didn't want anyone to find it. I was kind of like embarrassed of it, and that's really sad. Like, that's really sad. I didn't want my mom and my dad didn't have Instagrams then, so that was whatever. I didn't care that my sister had it. If my sister found it, that's whatever. I didn't even want we were only maybe engaged back then, but I didn't even want my husband to find it, and he's the one who introduced me to fitness in the first place. Like, how crazy does that sound? I was just so afraid of what people would think. That's just, oh, God, I was ridiculous. And I'll still have moments like that now where, like, somebody that I'm related to will find it and I'll be like, oh, shit, I don't want them to see this. But then I'm like, you know what? Whatever. This is what I do. They already know I like to go to the gym. They already know I compete. It doesn't matter. But I think that not being afraid to be yourself is something that's really admirable. And it took me probably about 3 years, like 11th and 12th grade, and then the year after that to actually feel comfortable with myself and find myself again. Like, nobody should have to do that. And we're constantly, as a society, we're bombarded with other people's opinions of, you know, politics and what women should do and what men should do and what we should all do. But yeah, we're constantly bombarded with these opinions, and I'm sorry, but it's bullshit. I try not to swear on here, but sometimes I just can't help it. It's just bullshit. And just think about how that affects younger children, like kids in elementary school. I can't even imagine being in school now, in like elementary school or middle school, within like the last 10 years. Like, I can't even imagine that. It's been 5 years since I graduated high school, and so much has changed. I can't imagine what it's like now. I'm really scared for what these kids are gonna go through as they grow up. Like, are we gonna have a society filled with people who are just like afraid to be themselves and haven't been themselves for so many years that they don't even know who they are, and they're just like these fake people? What kind of society is that gonna be? I used to be a really shy person, and I think that's because of the fact that I was just, like, I bottled myself up, and I didn't want people to, like, get to know me, and I didn't want people to see who I really was, and, like, I'm really weird. I mean, my sister, my whole family is we're just weird. That's who we are. But growing up, I didn't want people to see that, like, I didn't want people to think that, you know, I was this, like, crazy, weird person. So I hid that part of myself. And you know what? It's not worth it. It's really not worth it. If your family loves you for who you are, if your family accepts you for who you are, then other people are going to accept you for who you are. I mean, yes, you could go with the argument, oh, my family loves me, they're biased. But no, they love you for who you are. They don't have to be biased. If your family loves you for who you are, if you're married, like I am, if your husband loves you for who you are, then other people are going to love you for who you are. And there's nothing wrong with standing out. Absolutely nothing. Everyone in this world is different, and it doesn't seem like that because everyone's afraid to be themselves. But everyone in this world has something unique about them, and that's what makes the world beautiful. That's what makes people interesting, and that's what makes our race, you know, beautiful as a whole. I just swallowed air. Like, sometimes I just think, and I'm sure you guys do too, like, how great would it be to be like a dog or a cat? Like, you have no responsibilities, everyone loves you just because you're cute, but every single one of them has a different personality. Every single one. And we love them for who they are, right? Exactly. Like, you don't look at your dog and be like, oh, you're weird. You're really high strung. I don't love you. No. My dog used to be an asshole. He used to be the biggest asshole. And I loved him anyway. He's freaking adorable. So why are we treating ourselves as people any different than we treat our pets? Like, oh, you're weird, I don't like you? No. Get to know the person. Like, maybe they're pretty cool, or maybe, I don't know, maybe they can... The point is, everyone has something different about them. Everyone's personality is different. That's the whole point of being a person. I don't know. I had a train of thought, and I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. But my point is, don't be afraid to be yourself, because there are going to be people out there who will love you no matter what. Don't be scared. There's people out there for everyone, and I'm talking like friendship-wise, and there is a place for you. No matter who you are, no matter what your personality is, there is a place for you. And it took me a really long time to realize that, but I promise that it's true. There's a place for everyone. And I used to be so... Back in... When I graduated high school, I went straight to cosmetology school, and all my friends went off to college. And I used to go out to, you know, they would have their parties, and I would go over, and, you know, I'm a homebody. I'm not really a very social person. I mean, I can be. It takes a lot of energy out of me, so it takes me like a while to recharge. Say I go out, I'll stay in the next, like, 2 weekends. I won't do anything. I'll stay at home. But yeah, so they would have their parties. I would go out, like, there was a point in time, I think, where I was going out, like, every weekend. Or at least every other weekend. And, you know, drinking and having a good time. But then I was left with no energy for the rest of the week. Like, I had no energy for anything. And I used to, like, be really afraid of missing out. So that's why I would go. And I didn't want anyone to, you know, I didn't want to lose my friends because I didn't want to go out. And it took me a while to kind of, like, accept the fact that I'm a homebody. I like being at home. I like hanging out with my family and my pets and watching Netflix. And your friends are always going to be there. They're always going to be there. Just accept yourself for who you are, and other people will accept you too. That's all there is to it. Accept yourself for who you are. Own your personality. Let your light shine, as cliche and Disney Channel as that sounds. Let your light shine, because you're a freaking star. And I think I'm going to end it here because I've rambled for like 20 minutes. So. I love you all. Let your little personalities and butterflies shine and whatever. If you're a gym unicorn, be a gym unicorn. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.